Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Next Gen Series. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight it is race number 11 here for our Cup Series season here out west in the desert at the beautiful virtual Phoenix Motor Speedway. Glad to have you with us here tonight for another exciting, action packed night filled with very high quality racing. Um, I'm just glad to be back up here in the booth. Here on a very fair and very nice Wednesday evening. Um, and yeah, we'll waste no time. We'll get right up into our driver lineup here for the FanShield 250. FanShield 250 here, which will be a 156 lapper here from the 1 mile paved D-shaped. I guess it's a D-shaped oval. I don't know. I guess with the dog leg, it kind of makes it a D-shaped oval. Anyways, that's besides the point. Here we go for our 21 car field. Starting off on the pole is the 17 of Tomato, who is joined up at the front by the 24 of Mole. Then following in third, we have the 42 of SP, followed in fourth by the 20 of Loadbroke, followed fifth, the 43 of LRS. In sixth, our Project 27 driver of Bren, who is the first Project 27 driver to make a return. It will be his last drive in that Project 27 machine. So Bren, we've enjoyed having you in the 27, and good luck to you tonight in the race. In seventh is our 44 of One Bad. In eighth, the 48 of Hack. Starting ninth, the 18 of Flash Champs, and then rounding out the top 10 in the 47 is Dusty Stud. In 11th is the 19 of High Road. In 12th is the 9 of Irate Pluto. In 13th is the 1 of Storm, who's then followed by the 7 of Deport Eddie. 15th is the 4 of Hunter. In 16th is the 21 of the returning Dr. Clater. In 17th, the 99 of Crimson Sniper is joined by the 6 of Ardeni. In 19th, the 8 of Kenny. In 20th, the 12 of Drake. And rounding out the field in 21st, and the number 5 is Mr. J. So an exciting field. A few returning faces from a few of our divisions. Obviously, Clater and Dusty Stud and Bren. Making returns back to the Cup Series. So we're glad to see that they are back and ready to go racing with us again. And we will go ahead and I'll go ahead and read off the UTLR Hot News little segment, portion, whatever you want to call it, before the race. Starting off with our race recap from Dover, which we had last night for our Truck Series. In which we had some incredible battles up at the front, although at a track that's very hard to pass like Dover, it was pretty incredible to have. We had a lot of lead changes between myself, Deport, and Edge, with green flag pit stop at the end, allowing Edge to take the lead. However, with 10 laps to go, there was a caution, and they didn't really. We thought it would change the running order, but it didn't really end up with Edge taking his second UTLR victory, at least this season, across Xfinity and Truck. Next week, I'll actually get into that a little later on. Tomorrow, for a race preview, is the Xfinity Series, which will be at the high banks of Daytona, in which they will head down to Daytona Beach, Florida, as obviously that's where it is. SP has been very surprising the last few races and has collected 2 wins in 2 races and is looking for more this week at Daytona. On the other hand, 2 of the most dominant drivers of the season, Dusty and Eddie, are still looking for their first win on the year. Can SP grab a 3rd win in a row, or will we see someone shock the field at the return to Daytona for the first time since the season opener? And then we have our Cup Series preview here. The Cup Series heads to Phoenix, Arizona to battle out in the desert. Mole has won the last 2 races and is looking to make it 3 in a row. Rookies like Brad Ranger and Hunter look to add on to their good runs from last week, as well as the veterans Pluto and Flash look to bounce back race after a poor result. One guy to keep an eye on is the 18 of Flash Champs, as previously mentioned, as he is having a quiet but very strong season so far. having a pretty lengthy consistency streak, spanning like the last 7-ish weeks. There was a pre-race interview conducted to our 7 driver of D-Port Eddie, who is making another start here in the Cup Series. When asked going to Phoenix, where we have seen you shine at, what is it going to take for you to get that first UTLR win? He responded with, what I think it will take to get my first UTLR win at Phoenix this week is 1, got to capitalize on the restarts as it can be difficult to pass at times. 2, be consistent and don't wear out the tires. And 3, hit turn 3 and 4 right and consistently. We'll put there from D-Port, as we do have some betting odds. Well, obviously you can't bet on it, but we do have betting odds going. Tomato is the betting favorite at plus 200, with Flash Champs being a perennial second highest better with plus 220, and Mole being plus 230, with long shots being Storm, Ardeni, and Crimson Sniper. And thank you to SP and Storm for giving me that. They give me all my information that I can bring to you guys. So, yeah, I'm very grateful to them. But like what D-Port said in his interview, there are some parts on the track at Phoenix that are definitely going to be interesting, especially for this race. And it just starts with the dog leg. So I don't believe you can use the dog leg on the restarts. You have to stay above the yellow line. Or no, I think it's actually you have to cross the start-finish line and then you can go to the dog leg. Point being, it's going to be a very interesting part of the track and can definitely provide some chaos on the restarts. And, well, going side by side through there always tends to be kind of crazy. 1 and 2, going to be a little weird. In these next-gen cars, you can really make both lanes work. You can make the bottom work, you can make the middle, or you can make the top work. There's a lot of leeway as to what you can do with your car. Shifting doesn't seem to be the best option around Phoenix, so I doubt we will see any of that. And then obviously 3 and 4, I would say is probably the hardest part of the track, just because it's kind of hard to nail. You know, you don't want to go too shallow and end up on the apron, or you don't want to hit the wall, but you can't go too high because there's not a lot of speed up there. But nonetheless, it's going to make for an exciting night of action here. Phoenix always a very fun track, and it'll no doubt bring out the best in the drivers tonight. I should get the point standings up for you guys as well. Well, I can't bring it up, but I should read you off the point standings after last week. I think that would definitely give a kind of... It would help with what has been going down this season. So Mole maintains his points lead after getting his 4th win on the season at Martinsville. He is the points leader, followed by Tomato, 2nd in points, SP 3rd in points, Flash 4th in points, Pluto 5th in points, One Bad 6th in points. Our Project 27 car is 7th in points, with LRS 8th in points, Hack 9th in points, Loadbroke 10th in points, Brad Ranger 11th in points, and our final playoff driver of Kinney being in 12th in points. Actually, I think with the Project 27 car being moved out, it's actually going to put Storm as our last man in right now. But, you know, we'll wait and see that for another time. It does appear that, like, the max amount of laps we've done this season, our drivers have now eclipsed over 1,000 laps ran, and we've hit 1,523 laps completed in our Cup Series season. My goodness, that is a lot of driving. As 3 full-length Daytona 500s. No, that's not. What am I doing? What am I actually saying? No, that's like 3 full Martinsville races. Yeah? Yeah, that's right. 3 full 100%, 300% Martinsville races. I said Daytona because, yeah, 500 miles. Obviously, no. But I think it might be for Martinsville. Because Martinsville is usually 500 lapper. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, sorry for that confusing stuff. Let's go into where our drivers face next week, just to kind of get a sense at what we will be dealing with. Obviously, the Xfinity Series is tomorrow, and that will be at Daytona. Then, uh, Tuesday, the day after Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we will be starting our Triple Truck Challenge, which we will be kicking off at Mid Ohio for our second road or third road course of the season. It's going to be a very interesting race there. And next week, our Cup Series will be at New Hampshire for a very fun mile track, very flat, very action packed. And then next week for our Xfinity Series, we will be at Darlington. So three very unique tracks, all with a unique character and all producing very great racing in their own respects. So it does look like they are getting the race lobby set up. So, is there anything else I can say? If you want to go get a live on board for this race, you can go to UTLR_storm, where he's going to have the, or at least that's where I'm going to be getting my view of the race from. And it does look like they're all in the lobby right now. They're just waiting on 3 drivers right now. But yeah, it's going to be a very fun and very big field. And then just a shout out here to our sponsor, the Xbox One esports racing community, as always, for their continuous support of all of our UTLR series. We thank them so much for what they do for the community, everyone around, and just being great people, great group of guys over there. So thank you for your continued support. So we should actually be getting going here in about maybe like 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute. Storm's sending out last minute invitations to the game, so if they're not in, then they're not in. I guess I could try and speed through what's going down with like some real world stuff, like real world motorsport stuff, just kind of really quickly. Or guess sports stuff. I don't really know. Big news out of F1: Gunter Steiner, Haas's F1 team principal, head honcho over there, is out of the team principal seat. He has been the team principal at Haas since its inception in 2014. So definitely a big hit not a big hit for that team. Obviously, they didn't want to re-sign him, but obviously he was a fan favorite and one of the longest tenured, probably the third longest tenured team principal in F1 right now. So it's a bit of a shame. Everyone loves Gunter. He's done a great job, and I'm sure he'll have a place in F1 here soon. Let's see. Christian Rose is going to be going back to a full-time season for AM racing in ARCA. So good for him. NASCAR, actually, big news out of NASCAR. They announced a major overhaul in the short track and road course rules packages. So what that pertains, they did list off what they were changing about it. I haven't really read over it, and I'm sure if I did read over it, I wouldn't really understand it. So I'm kind of waiting for someone to kind of explain what they're doing to the car, just like dumb it down for me. But nonetheless, this is in hopes to increase the racing product out there, and if they're trying to make it better, I'm in full support of that. So, has my support. I guess great respects out to Nick Saban, as he has finished his illustrious college football coaching career at the prime age of 72. But for what he's meant to college football and what he's meant to that team, he's going to be an icon, legend. As well as Pete Carroll, he's stepping out of the head coaching role, so that's definitely going to be a shakeup in Seattle, as he's been there for quite a while, over a decade. Is there anything else? Anything else motorsports related? Chili Bowl's going on. So if you've been watching that, hope you've been enjoying it. I can't watch it because I don't have Flow Racing, but I mean, I usually try and keep up with it. I'm not really that big in, well, not that I'm not big into dirt racing, but I don't get to watch it a lot, so I can't really be as big of a fan. Uh, Formula E is going to be starting up soon. I don't know if anyone's going to watch it, but hey, I mean, that's a sign racing's coming soon, right? I mean, Daytona 24, that's coming up soon. Daytona 500, we are I think we're actually less than 40 days away and from the 500 and less than a month away from the Clash. That is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, you know, we're starting to pick it up, man. Racing season's almost back, and I'm just glad to get to share it again with everyone in the racing community. I love it. And that is a perfect way to end that off, as I should be getting my invite right about now. Please? Oh, man, they already sent the lobby. I haven't gotten any invites, man. That's a bummer. Hey, I think I need an invite, pal. I haven't really gotten any. LRS, please. What is going on? I have to send Alex a text. Terribly sorry. They've already are loading in. Wait, hold on. Thank you, Storm. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, I forgot it's gonna be on 3 times where. Oh boy. Oh, he better get out of the pause menu. Yikes. We're loading in. They're just doing their pace lap round, yeah. So I'll try and get through the field quick. Or 21 of Clater, or 42 of SP, the 43 of LRS, the 17 of Tomato, the 24 of Molt, the 7 of Deport, the 18 of Flash, the 47 of Dusty, the 20 of Loadbrook, the 27 of Bren, the 44 of One Bad, the 8 of Kenny, the 12 of Drake, the 48 of Hack, the 99 of Crimson Sniper, the 9 of Irate Pluto, the 6 of Ardeni, the 1 of Storm, the 19 of High Road, the 5 of Mr. J, and that is our field. I don't know why SP is parked on the apron. I don't know if they're going to be going now because of that. And they're not. I think they're going to be doing another lap around. But I am here, so they should be. I think they're just doing that for me. And if they were, thank you. I'm sorry I rushed through all the drivers' names. I usually, every race, I try and, like, show their cars just in case they don't really get much screen time, but I didn't know if we were going to be going at that lap or not. Yeah, so I failed to mention this because I didn't really see it anywhere, but we are going to be on 3 times wear tonight, which at Phoenix can only mean one thing. A lot of fuel and tire strategy. My favorite. Not really. I actually really hate fuel and tire strategy. Not from a broadcaster's perspective, from a racer's perspective. Well, the line they go, they will have a 35-lap sprint in stage 1. But here we go. The green flag is dropped, and we are underway here from the FanShield 250. Down into 1 and 2 they go for the first time tonight, and Mole steamrolls Tomato on the outside lane. He's going to take a commanding lead already here, about 2 car lengths now into 3. I think SP gave Tomato a little bit of a shock going into 3, might have boosted him off the corner. They're all fanning out in the back, cutting all the way down the dog leg. Complete lap number 3. You see, off in the back, the 20 was up into the wall. I think he might have had contact with the 27, 3 wide. This is a really risky move to be making like this early in the race. 44 or 20 got up in the wall, but he manages to survive for the most part. It's up. Oh my goodness, what are we doing back here? I think they were like 4 wide at one point, and I think they're 3 wide now. Storm went all the way underneath them. He's going to make contact with that 19 up the track. He goes. Right now, it's all a battle for position for the 6th place position. As up towards the front, Tomato is applying some pressure here on leader Mole. These two have been battling for the top spot all season long, or consensus top 2 drivers. Actually, our top 3 in points as they run right now are 1, 2, 3. Ain't that just the most coincidental thing you've ever seen? Oh, Mole got really loose off turn number 2, down to 3. That's going to open the door wide open for Tomato if he can get this move done. Early to the throttle and to the lead, Tomato goes. He reclaims his lead. Now it's a matter of, can he start to pull away from that 24? I think we'll take a visit to the back here. As, oh my goodness, they're 4 wide. The 48 gets tapped into the 21. Clater's trying to make something work on the outside lane. Pluto started pretty far back. He's trying to get something done in the early stages, and they're 4 wide up ahead. The 20 is continuing to get ran up the track. He's going to get sent 3 wide now by Storm and Dusty. This is some crazy racing in the back half of the field for lap 8. And my goodness, huge run by the 21, but there's contact between the 7 and the 1. Storm is able to keep it straight, but falls even further back. There's still 3 wide. My goodness. There's about a single car or single file breakaway up at the front, led by Tomato, Mole, SP, LRS, Flash, Bren, and High Road. They've all managed to break away. Deport looking to do the same. Coming across the line here now, they'll be completing lap number 10. Already almost a third of the way done here in the first stage. Mole looking really deep on the corner entry, trying to see if he can get some leverage on the 17. Although that is going to open the door for the 42 to come on through and take second spot. A little bit of an aggressive move there from Mole. Didn't really think there was a high chance of it working, but, you know, guess it has to work. Now the front pack is starting to fight more aggressively for position. Bren looking down the inside of the 18 of Flash. And then overdrives the corner a little bit, drives him up the track. Go back and try to find where, oh my goodness. Well, I guess we'll stick back here for just a second and see how this plays out. These guys have been fighting all race long so far. That's been crazy. They're still 3 wide. Does appear as though sort of figured something out. Mole's still trying to make moves, although I think he just got his nose chopped off. Now he's all out of shape. He's going to be going to the outside. LRS and SP going down his inside. Trying to make the move, but can Mole split them? No! Had to back out of there. Got his car way too upset. Look at Bren in that 27, making it 4 wide on the bottom. Had a huge run coming out of turn 4. Now he's still 3 wide there with LRS and Mole. Got a little bit of a run off the corner. Flash Champs was able to squeeze on by into third, and you know, this was one of those people that we said we had to watch out for tonight. Flash in that 18 is looking mighty fast. How is this fight still happening? Well, it looks like they've kind of broken apart a little bit. Nonetheless, it is still crazy that they were fighting that long for, and that aggressive for such a far back position. They're able to keep it off each other there, exiting 3 or 2, entering into 3. Not so much. Ari Pluto up into Clater, or actually our Atlanta winner earlier this season. Ahead. Oh, battle for the lead. SP side by side with Tomato. To his quarter panel. Now into turn 3. He's going to drive it in deep. It's going to be a matter of can he get to the gas earlier. Fortunately, it seems as though the 17 is able to get a bigger run off the corner, but that's not going to deter SP from still trying to find a move. I think it may have given Tomato a little bit of help entering that corner, giving him a little bump. Flash starts to lurk closer in this battle for the front. Bren has now moved up into the 4th place position as Mole's continuing to fall backwards after having led a sizable portion of this race. Actually, probably about half this race. And see how that 42 is following Tomato's every move throughout the corner. But wow, look at that run off the corner from SP. He couldn't really do anything with it there. Didn't quite get to him, but he was there. And I would have a good feeling that coming off of 2 this time, he's going to have a monstrous chance of taking back that lead. Flash isn't going to make it easy on him, though. He's got his nose poked in there. But he does have that run. Tomato is still loose off that corner. He can't find the drive off. Flash Champ's closing in on that back bumper of SP. Might be kind of telling him, hey, get along there, man. Get this move done. Big drive down the dog leg. And that is going to be job done. No, Tomato drives it in really hard on the outside lane, but SP's got the smoother line, and he is going to clear and take the lead here at Phoenix. And that's not all. Flash is going to take his chance and dive right on into 2nd, following suit with SP. Can he clear him, though, is the question. I think he's going to be able to do that. Yes, Flash now into 2nd. High Road's also moved up into 5th. And what has been a very impressive start to the race for that 19 machine, who you haven't really exactly seen him running up front. And no, Tomato is already into the pits. It does look like we have 9 laps left of fuel, but judging as how tires are looking, Tomato is probably like, yeah, the tires are going to probably be that bad. I mean, there are a bunch of other people, and wow, SP is going really low. Might be going into the pits, and I think he is. I mean, that was a really low corner entry, but, well, here we go. Are we going to see anyone else come into LRS and Dusty Stud? Load Broke and Storm are also on pit road. I failed to mention that, but they followed in tow with Tomato, which is now going to promote Flash Champs to our race leader. But I don't think for much longer. Now, these guys were able to go... okay. So they're pitting with about 9 for the first group of guys. These guys probably had like 7 laps left on their fuel load. Oh, and it looks like Bren's messed up pit road entry. Does he have a bit of front end damage? No, it just looks like he's really messed up pit road entry there. That is massively unfortunate for that crew. High Road, I think, actually stayed out, and he's going to be taking over as race leader momentarily up until he comes into pit road there. I think we do have a few people that have elected to go a little longer on strategy. There's SP and LRS out of pit road. As here comes Tomato looking for the undercut, although this is going to be pretty equal. Mole is actually going to is going to be our race leader for the time being until he comes into pit road. I actually want to find him really quickly just to see where he is at. Okay, so Mole is over there, so Tomato's there. And Mole has not made his pit stop yet, so he's electing to go longer. He is usually one of the best at these fuel and tire wear games, so he's able to take his car a lot longer than others. And it's showing there, but problem being is fresh tires at Phoenix is going to equal a lot more speed, so Mole is going to have a long job of trying to get back up and score some solid stage points. Because now he finally is going to come pull down to pit road. Last person, I believe, to come to pit road. High Road, exiting off of pit road. He will regroup there in 5th. Making great ground up on that front pack after Bren unfortunately messed up pit road. I don't exactly know how he messed up pit road, but he did somehow. Dusty Stud is back there in 6th, if you can see him. Actually, so right now, Mole wasn't the last person to stay out. Actually, Drake is now our race leader, who is going very long on his strategy, trying to make his tires last. I mean, yeah, I guess he's going to try something, man. He's got to try something, as right here, Mole should be exiting pit road. Look how far of ground he's just lost there. He might be able to gain it back because of how much they're going to be fighting, but nonetheless, a lot of ground there lost there for the 24 crew, and there in comes Drake now to make his pit stop. As now SP is going to look down the inside of Tomato. This is for the provisional race lead. LRS is going to try and make a move on the inside 3 wide, but backs out of that. SP with a huge run coming off of turn 4. He's going to have the inside lane. Is he going to wash up? And as Tomato is going to give him a bunch of extra room to make sure. Let's see, off of turn number 2. Tomato is going to get a little bit of drafting help from that 43, but can't do much. Oh, but this crossover move, my goodness. That was an excellent move there from Tomato. Backed up the corner, got an amazing drive through, and a great drive off. Now he's peeking down the inside of SP and rolls reversed from a lap ago. High Road is now closed back in on this battle. He's to the back bumper of Flash Jams. That is for the 4th position. Oh my goodness! That's some Joe Gibbs Racing teammates getting into each other right there. I'm sure that was unintentional, but just gave him a little bit of a bump up the racetrack there. Huh. Oh boy. SP should be our race leader. I just want to make sure that they have registered him as the race leader. Okay, yeah, so this 42 car and those cars following are now officially all on the lead lap. They are now, well, you know, now it's go time. They're racing for position or whatever. I don't really know what else to say about that. They are having to navigate some lap traffic, though. Hack is in the way, making it very difficult for Tomato and SP to get past. But here comes the High Road on the outside lane. Oh my goodness. Where does he come from? He is on the freshest tires, so he's going to have that advantage. He went 3 wide around the outside. He's going to get a monstrous run coming down into turn number 2, or turn number 1, but they're 3 wide. These for a moment. And Flash Jam's going to slide up the racetrack. High Road's going to have a big run on that high side. You know, I said this a lot when High Road races, but whenever High Road goes to the high side, it just makes me smile a little bit. It's like, hey, he's doing what his name suggests. He should be on the outside. Mole, yeah, you can see a little far back. I kind of want to hop on board this 19, see what he can do. Obviously, his car is looking really fast right now. Complete confidence in the race car, just sending it down, riding it on that yellow line with the right side tires, trying to get around Tomato. And this 19 car, man, we talked about Dark Horse for victory being Flash. It might be stage 1, but I'm telling you right now, keep an eye out for this 19 later on. Because this has been a mighty fine drive as he makes a move here on Tomato. Can he close the deal? Got crossed over there. Let's see what he can do here in 3. Oh, Tomato just hit the inside wall there. Went a little too low there on entry. That is going to really affect his car. And okay, I thought they were slowing down. Now that is going to officially move High Road into P2. And you see, he's kind of driving this a different way from a lot of other people. He's hugging it a lot more on that bottom of the racetrack. And what that's allowing him to do is kind of keeping that tight line. He's keeping the car through solid motion through the corner. And really letting him get more on the throttle and really explore the space given to him off the exit. But he can run the high side when he wants to. It does appear like he's having some success on the outside lane. But right now I think his tires might have just given out coming to 2 laps to go here. Once SP hits the line, there will be no more pitting. Obviously, there are no more cautions as of 3 laps to go. Yeah, this fight for second has really kind of allowed him to expand his lead. He's about to go up and lap Kenny here in just a moment. And, oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that. Props to Dusty Stud. He was pretty far back. He's raced his way up into 4th. How about that from the 47? One of our Xfinity series in, I believe, part-time truck standouts. Yeah, great to see him run here in that 47. As SP's actually come to see the green and white flag. This is the last lap of stage number 1. Well, it was exciting racing throughout the field, and this is a telltale for what we're going to see the rest of the race. Better buckle up, because this is going to be insane. But coming off of turn number 4, SP is going to win stage number 1 here at Phoenix. And followed by that is Tomato, High Road, Dusty, with Flash and LRS being the top 6 there. And my goodness, what a stage. That was fun. A lot of great racing there. And SP getting kind of a surprise stage win there. You don't really see him. I mean, he wins on ovals. Like, don't get me wrong, he wins on ovals. But when he does, no, you just kind of don't really expect it. He's kind of a wild card here, and especially in Cup, I don't think this season. He's shown some speed some places, but I think this might actually be his first stage win of the year. Oh boy. Well, everyone coming in. Okay, so they can go 27 laps on a fuel run. Okay, so that is confirmed to me. All right, after looking at that. On pit road, the high road's going to be able to jump to second place, but here we go. It'll be the controlled under the 42, and we're back on our way here for stage number 2. And that kind of flowed off weird. Into 1 they go. 40 cars off in the wall. I think that's Ardeni being put up there by the 1. Or actually, let me rephrase that. I think it was Drake getting put up. Drake putting the 1 up in the wall. SP's going to come around. He'll lead lap number 1 of this stage, in which we have 54 laps. Oh, my goodness. This is definitely a lot longer stage than what we had prior. As the 9 of Irate Pluto is up in the wall. Dr. Clater starting to make his moves. He's past LRS there. Mole looking down his inside. Sort of single file there, but I'm sure that's not going to last for very long. Here comes the high road. Big run off of turn number 4. He's going to have a look there on that 42. Big lunge into turn number 1. Sliding up the track. That is going to kind of affect SP there off of the corner. Dusty Stud is coming with a full head of steam. Chooses to go with that 42 machine. Now into turn number 3. A lot of drivers in the back sending it up the track. High road's up into SP, giving a little contact there. Here comes Tomato. Is he going to try and look to make it 3 wide? No, he stays behind the 19. Oh, and High Road's going to slide up the track a little bit. Need it to just arc a little bit. He's going to get a big run off the corner there. SP got tight. It's not cleared him yet. SP's still fighting on that outside lane. And I guess I'd have to be mistaken because that outside lane is working in 3 and 4. It's not the preferred line, but if you're side by side, that outside lane can definitely work. Into 1 we go again. Big lunge from the 42. He's way up the track. He's out of the groove. And that's going to allow for the high road to clear SP. New leader is the 19 of high road. But can he keep it? Driving really high up the track. He was on the throttle so early. He's clipping the wall just a little bit. That is going to affect his run off into 1. Will SP make the move? Yes, he does. Going to the middle of the track. Doing a reverse of what High Road did to him. But High Road was prepared for the attack. He continues to lead, albeit barely, as it's 5 cars under a blanket. Dr. Clater has moved into 5th after passing Flash Champs. There's a bit of contact there. Now the 42 and 19. Dusty Stud can look to his inside as I believe we have a caution. We have a caution out on the racetrack. Did Hack just spin? It appears as though it's between Bren and another car. I believe that might be Bren and Hack, although I think Hack got hit by someone else. I don't know. But caution for cause has come out for the first time today, as we did have a entirely green stage 1. Pit road will be open this time, and no doubt everyone's going to be coming in to get some 4 tires and fuel. I think it should open up here now. At least it should be. Yeah, there we go. And here comes the field into pit road. Now into his pit box goes the 19 with his invisible pit crew doing miraculous amounts of tire changing. Victor Wembanyama becomes the youngest center ever to record a triple-double. So that's kind of crazy. Anyways, off of pit road. Should be high road leading, and it will be as he wins the race off pit road. So they should be choosing at the line this time. Obviously, they'll go all the way to the inside to elect their choice of the inside lane, and outside for the outside, as you could imagine. They go anywhere in the middle, then they are proceedingly going to be sent to the back of the field. Sorry, I had a little bit of a yawn right there. It's no surprise the 19 is going to go to the inside. Actually, a little bit of surprise. Outside lane does work a fair bit here on the restarts, although it might be a little bit more chaotic, like there might be more risk when starting on the outside. If I'm the leader there, I'm choosing the outside lane, but that's just personal preference. Next time by, we'll be seeing the green flag and we'll be back underway. 19 of High Road's going to be his first time leading the field back to green in his young career. As they enter the Geico restart zone now. Foot to the floor, through the gears they go, and the green flag is back underway here from Phoenix. Tomato did get a great drive off of turn number 4. Got a great jump. He's caught both of the front row drivers napping a little bit. And he's actually already going to try and make a move here for the lead. Now down the back straightaway. SP, huge run. He tried to look 3 wide. Had to back out of that. There's cars in the wall. The backstretch, I think they're going to be okay. No cars around. Yeah, so we stay green. 19 with a big run off of 4. Although it kind of messes up entry a little bit, goes really high out of the groove. Although this might set up for an insane run off the corner. And it is draft flowing through the vents or whatever, I don't know. Flowing over the car, I guess. Tomato drove it in very deep there in 3 and 4. And, oh, Dr. Clater has now made an appearance in the top 3. A new foe is approaching. Smash Bros style. they're 3 wide further on. Dusty Stud in the middle of it. LRS to the outside. Mole looking to be the benefactor on the inside. You can see LRS running a little higher there. And this should be Mole making contact with Dusty Stud. SP has fallen back to 4th on this restart, so it's obviously not been a good going for him early on. Can the high road get a good run here into 1? He's going to send it. Is he going to make contact? No. Oh, no, definitely yes. Makes contact, though. It shouldn't affect him. High road goes really low there. Not choosing to get into the draft. Now, back on the gas here. Dr. Glader, huge run on the outside lane. Oh, my goodness. That's a big run there from the 21. He might have the outside lane here. The 19, no. 42 is actually the opposite. 42 going to give the bumper to the 19 and in turn give a little boost to Tomato. Funny how that worked out. See, everyone else is kind of struggling to hit that apron, at least like consistently, but Tomato has just been able to hit that corner beautifully, and now Glader gonna try and take his chance. SP to the back bumper of the 19. He might have had some help from Dusty. 3 wide there for 3rd as Glader will slide on through and take 2nd. I don't know if that was a little bit of contact there from SP and High Road again. Is that going to put High Road up on the wall? Almost. I don't think... actually, I'm not going to say that. Kenny on Storm, trying to make that pass there. No, Storm crosses him over. This is further back. This is for the 13th position. And you're going to get a big run there as Hack and Irate Pluto closing in on him on the outside and try and freight train him around there. Oh my goodness, we got to peek at that. If I can get to it. Yeah, here we go. I actually didn't really see what happened there, but Mole and Dusty Stud have both gotten around High Road and SP. Mole and Dusty make contact of the track. Dusty Stud goes. They're 2 by 2 as they race into 1. Mole, big lunge there, having to back off. Gonna get back on the throttle earlier, though. High Road slides up, makes contact with the 42. Now into 3. 24 holding that inside lane down. Although it might have upset the car a little bit. Unless... Nope, we're still green. It's like, unless they're slowing down for caution. It is possible that if you go too low in turn 3 and 4, that your car will half spin, or just spin on you completely. Has happened to me before. Can confirm. High Road tried to make it through wide on Mole and SP after Mole overshot the corner. I'll say it's 19 to 42, racing pretty aggressively. Another bit of contact there since SP a little wide. I was getting this feeling earlier that there was a little bit of hostility, but this feelings begin to increase just a little bit. Not like something bad's gonna happen, but that something could potentially happen. I don't know where I'm going with this. There's another lunge for the 19. Glader and Tomato having checked out. Dusty Stud trying to close that gap from the 3rd place position. LRS now kind of has fought back to the rear of this battle. And SP and Hira both hitting the wall there on corner entry. Oh, what the? Oh, sorry, Storm is just completely chop blocked Load Broke. I don't know what just happened there, but I think there was some contact between the two of them from what I'm seeing on the stream. And that is going to bring out a caution. I guess Load Broke did go around. That was a very weird scenario. Has now seen our second caution for cause come out. Pit road will be open this time. I would have no doubt that they're going to be coming in again for more tires. This will not be able to get them to the end, as they'll be about 2-3 laps short on fuel. On tires, they're probably going to be like 5 laps short on tires. This is going to take a remarkable save effort as everyone's coming in. 4 tires, 2 tanks of fuel will be the call. Been a long day. It's almost Friday. It is almost Friday. I don't think that was very sportsmanlike of SP to just run through Tomato like that on pit road. Same with LRS. I don't think he's serving a legal pit stop. Someone needs to be fined. This is ridiculous. I'm just joking. Their AI is kind of, I don't know, it's whatever on pit road. Regardless, Tomato wins the race off pit road. Clater will roll off second there with Dusty Stud closing. We'll be choosing at the line next time. To which I will have no doubt that 17 is going to go back to the inside, where most, actually all choices have gone to, or gone towards. So here they go. They'll be choosing. He's going to go to the bottom, isn't he? I knew it. He's gone to the bottom. Clater elects to go high. The high side would be a great lane for this restart for Clater. All he has to do is just nail the restart, and he might have a chance going into 1. And something that's interesting about Phoenix when it comes to restarts is the restart zone is so far back in 4, and there's such a big run up to the line coming to the dog leg that there's a massive amount of speed going through that straightaway. So if you nail, like if you're in row 3 or row 2 and you nail this restart like we saw Tomato do last time, there's a good chance he'd be contending for the lead. As here we go, through the gears they go. Tomato has taken the green flag. We're back underway here from Phoenix. And like I said, Dusty Stud, amazing restart. He's already looking to the back bumper of that 17. Gone down the inside. Has to check up a little bit. Just to not make contact as off of 2 they go. Tomato clears. As further back, it's getting pretty hectic. Iroad's fallen pretty far back on this restart. Deport Eddie, we haven't seen him all night. He's been fighting further towards the back, but he's now encroached on the top 10. Now trying to make moves on the Legacy Motor Club. Crimson Sniper has also decided to pay him a little visit And by little visit, I mean hitting him in the quarter panel and almost causing a massive crash. That seemed to work out just fine as he cuts across the nose of the 19, and they're 4 wide further back. Drake, Hack, LRS, and Flash champs. Sniper's going to drop further back. That was messy. Dusty Stud has not left Tomato's back bumper since the ensuing restart. Is further on. One bad. Load broken Bren. Went 3 wide. We're a little unstable, so I went back to check, but it looks like they're good now. Dusty Stud trying to look to the inside of Tomato. I think he might have gotten to his back bumper before he reached turn 1. Does poke a nose there. Was to his quarter panel, now backs out. He will take back second. Big run, like always, into 1. But this time he was a lot closer. Got to his door. It's all matters about this runoff right here, and Dusty Stud nails it. Gets a good drive off. Now can he stick it in 3 and 4? Side by side they go. Who comes out ahead? Nobody knows. Into 1 again. This time fully alongside Tomato. Mole closing further back. Plater in 4th. Going in 3 and 4 again. So close to the inside wall, but Dusty Stud's able to get back on the gas early. Can Tomato keep fighting on that outside lane? Yes, he still has that run. He's having maybe a little bit of help from Mole and company going high, giving him a little bit of a tow. Dusty's going to drive up the track, and he's going to clear to take the race lead. Dusty Stud, your new leader here at Phoenix. These guys keep fighting further back. Load broke Crimson Sniper 1 bad. Bren trying to go underneath Storm there. Try and peek back up ahead. Ardeni and High Road, I think, got involved in something because they're fairly off the pace. Same with Mr. J. As I think Dusty Stud's completely messed up turn 1. I apologize for missing that. He's now left the door back open for Tomato. Rolls reversed from what it was about 2 laps ago. But a massive run there on that outside lane for the 47. Can he clear him by the time they go into 1? It's close. He's going to drive it in deep. Tomato sends it in harder. Makes a little bit of contact. Dusty's going to try to crossover move. Can't get there. He's going to have to take to the draft. Deport, SP, Clater all running that outside lane. They've finally caught back up to the party. And look at Deport. My goodness, he made a huge move to the inside lane. If I can actually find him, thank you. And look at that. A 2-for-1 deal out of turn 4. And Deport Eddie's now up into 3rd. Would you take a look at that? I can tell you right now, drivers further on, they're definitely saving. Storm was there. Everyone's very close on fuel. They're about 1 to 2 laps short. So people in the back gonna definitely be trying to save. Question is who will be able to save the most, and especially at such a risky part of the race because we're coming to stage 2. Or to the end of stage 2 and towards the final stage, which if you mess up your fuel strategy or if you go laps down, that is really bad considering how this race has been going. We've only seen 2 cautions so far, and you know, you don't want to get trapped a lap down, so you're gonna have to try and extend your fuel mileage or your pit distance to a lot further ahead and try and go as long as you can on these sets of tires. I am sorry that I just completely fumbled my sentence. It's a little hard to think on my feet. We are now at 14 laps to go. Coming to 13 once Tomato crosses the line here. Deport Eddie closing right on in on Dusty Stud. These two Xfinity standouts making some Cup appearances as of late, and they're making the absolute most of their opportunity as Dusty Stud goes back down the inside of Tomato, similarly to what happened with the 47. It's now reversed. 17's gone wide, and he's gone wide again. 47 will retake the lead, but look at Deport Eddie, huge run going down the inside off of turn number 4. What a move, 2 for 1 again, and Deport's up into the lead. Where has this been all race so far? He's been further back. He's been fighting for around the 10th place position, and all of a sudden, at the drop of the green flag of stage 2, he has been on the move. Now he's finally able to get fresh air, and we can see what he can do. Mole is now caught up to Tomato. I'm sure that everyone on the front's probably gonna start thinking about what they can do for saving. And, oh, Storm's in the inside wall. I wasn't able to see what happened. I don't know what that's going to mean. I don't think they're going to be calling a caution for that. And I did kind of just realize this, why Mr. J is so far off the pace. And I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that they are, or he has damage. And I think I can kind of understand why High Road is far back too. They've been, same with actually Ardeni and maybe Storm now. I don't know. Point being is they have been saving this entire stage, trying to make it good to the end on tires. I like the gamble. I like the gamble. But is it going to pay off? We do have 10 laps to go right now. Coming to 9 once they hit the start finish line here. And you can see everyone's starting to back off, trying to save. Clater's dropped off. Deport has not slowed down. He's continuing to push. I don't think he's trying to save here. That's where my job's going to get a lot harder because everyone's saving, so people are going to have to be really careful, or I'm going to have to try and make sure I know who's where and who's on the lap. Crimson Sniper is actually the first person to come to pit road. He's followed by Crimson, or the High Road actually. SP and LRS are also on pit road, so they can't make it the rest of the way. And actually everyone else's tires, they're probably on the brink if they haven't been saving, so expect to see some more pit stops here coming soon. And is that Drake further on back? Drake has been on the move actually right now. You can see him closing in. Everyone else is trying to save. Drake, one of the best fuel savers here in the field, it's finally gotten to the point where he can start to push now while everyone else is having to save. Savvy veteran right there. Savvy veteran move. As there's Mr. J, who's up in the wall. He's going to stay up there in the wall. That might actually ruin his plans to make it to the end. He's going to stay up there and let everyone else go. So they're at 5 laps to go now in the stage. High Road has now exited pit road. So what is everyone else going to do here? Is anyone coming in? It looks like Tomato. No. Just had a bad entry. I think cautions. Remember, your pit road does close with 2 laps to go. So they're going to be at 4 here now. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, so they're at 4 laps to go now, or at least Deport is. So what is the plan? That's 7. Can he make it the rest of the way? No. Well, that answered itself pretty quickly. No. Mole and Deport and Flash all come into pit. That's now going to leave. That's going to leave Tomato out in front with Dusty right behind in second. As we now enter the 3 laps to go here in stage 2. Pit road does close next time. Tomato drives it in deep. And he's not pitting there. So once they cross the start-finish line here, pit road is closed. Have Tomato and Dusty made the gap and are able to go the rest of the way? We'll have to find out here. 2 laps to go. Pit road is closed. Drake is closing in 3rd, I believe. Everyone else is exiting off of pit road. Yes, there is Drake. He should be in 3rd. Trying to go back up to our race leaders. And Tomato has drastically dropped off the pace. He's trying to save his tires. He's gone wide there. Dusty Stud now retakes the race lead as we come to the green and white flag. Last lap here in stage number 2. Tomato is completely off the gas. They're trying to save every last bit they can, trying to keep their tires from blowing. Cars off in the wall. I think that's Hack. We stay green. And here we go for the final time here in 3 and 4. Dusty Stud and Tomato are going to make it work. Dusty Stud wins stage number 2 here at Phoenix, keeping the tires cool and calm. As further back, I mean, I don't know who got where, but I know a lot of cars are going to be a lap down. My goodness. That was... I know that is definitely going to throw a lot of drivers, like, multiple laps down. Yeah, just confirming Dusty Stud did, in fact, win stage number 2 there, as I saw in the replay. I'll see who else got where. Okay. So, looks like, yeah, Tomato 2nd, Bren 3rd, Hack 4th, Drake 5th, Clater 6th, Kenny 7th, Storm 8th, SP 9th, and he's the first lap down, 10th on back being a lap down. And all of them are going to have to come in, and big names are a lap down. Irate Pluto is a lap down, Mole's a lap down, LRS, D-Port, One Bad, Flash Champs, Mr. J, SP. They're all laps down. SP's going to get his lap back because he's got the free pass. But man, that has taken out a bunch of heavy hitters and has shrinking this winning car field. I don't know. Regardless, we're back underway here from Phoenix here for stage 3. Let's get underway. Tomato to the lead early. Gets a bumper from Dusty Stud. Gets a bumper from Bren. Now off into turn number 3. Cars off in the wall. I think that's Hack. And he's completely caused a log jam. They're 4 wide. Mole is up all over the track. Everyone's trying to keep it straight. They managed to keep going after Hack brushed the wall there. Complete lap number 1 here of stage 3. Or lap number 99 of the race in total. As this race is just... is turned into chaos for the people in the back. They don't know what to do. Dusty Stud's gone to the outside lane here of Tomato. Can he make this move stick? It'd be really impressive if he could, and it looks like he can. Yes, he does. He should confirm it off of the dogleg, but Dusty Stud's cleared back to take the race lead. Unbelievable move there from Dusty. Able to stick it around the outside, get a big run like that. Bren's closing up there for 3rd. This is the highest he's been all night in that Project 27 car. Trying to get their 4th win on the season. Match Mole for the most winningest car. But outside of that, there have only been... outside of Project 27 drivers winning, only 3 cars have visited Victory Lane this season? No, 4 cars have visited Victory Lane this season. Mole, Tomato, the Project 27, and Clater, the only drivers that have drivers/cars that have made it to Victory Lane. Can we see a new number added to that with the 47? I think that's usually driven by some Wyo guy. And no, I'm not like being generalizing there. That's his username. Shoutouts to the boy. Hope he's doing well. So, what this kind of has done with everyone being a lap down, especially a lot of the drivers that are a lot faster, it's kind of put the drivers that were further on back have now been put up to front, and the field's kind of shifted. And so, yeah, now it's going to be a lot harder for some drivers to make it through. And I say, some drivers that make it through, look at this man right here in fourth. Ari Pluto, who's usually a top 5 all-nighter kind of driver throughout this season, has been completely absent all night long and has now finally shown up here in the top 5 in the late stages of this race, with a chance to potentially nab a great finish after not really scoring too great of stage points. In order for that to happen, he's got to hope a lot of these drivers stay a lap down. I tell you, Drake and Kenny are not making it easy on the rest of this field to go up and catch the leaders. Storm's making a lot of moves. He is on the lead lap, though. He's up into fifth. LRS is a lap down here, so this is not for position. I'm not exactly certain as to why Mr. J is off the pace. I don't think he has damage. No, he definitely does not have damage. I was thinking like he was going slow the last stage because he's trying to save. Comes the snipers also far back. I don't know if they both spun or if that's just like some sort of issue that they're having with the car. Not certain. Dusty Sud has now hit 50 laps to go in this race, and Tomato is under heavy pressure from Bren. Look at Deport, who was leading this race, coming to 5 laps to go. And man, is a very rough go for that 7 car. And what he probably had race-winning speed. Or probably has race-winning speed. Oh, and the 24 Mole, all out of shape. He's going to come back up in front of the pack. Contact between the 44 and the 20. Then there's contact between the 19 and 24, and contact between the 40 and the 7. Oh, into the wall goes the 42 of SP. Got put up there by the 44. And then gets a bump for the 19 and a bump for the 20. Oh my goodness. SP is going through the ringer right now. My boy cannot catch a break. Oh my goodness, what did I just come back to see? Are Denny and Mr. J completely taking each other out? And that might be a caution at the line. I would see no reason as to why that wouldn't be. We might see our 3rd caution here, racing back to the line. Will they slow down? And yes, they will. Caution has come out for the 3rd time tonight for Cause. And Ari Pluto, I should have made note, was not on the lead lap. We would have to apologize for the previous statement made about him running in the top 5. He is going to be back on the lead lap, though, as he gets the lucky dog. A lot of big-name drivers still caught a lap down. As we enter into another caution period, I'm going to be right back. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause the stream. I meant to mute my microphone. Sorry. Phew-wee. Alright. Well, I'm back. And they've not only pitted, but they've also got lined up. So, we're already back ready to go here from Phoenix. As Dusty Stud and Tomato will once again be leading the field back to green. The 27 of Bren does not get going. He's checked up that entire inside lane. So we're back underway. And Tomato wastes no time making that crossover move on the 47. Got an amazing jump on the outside lane. Probably the best we've seen from the second place spot. Down the backstretch. He makes contact there in the quarter panel. That's Kenny and Drake. Yes, I'm being serious, for third momentarily as Drake gets a little tight. Gets ran up the track by Bren there. Well, it's nice to see Kenny up here in third. SP, lap down. No, actually, SP's on the lead lap. Never mind. Makes contact with Drake. Drake goes down. He's kind of holding up that inside lane a bit. Everyone trying to split him. Trying to get past him. Drake's made contact with the one of Storm. Tomato and Dusty still going at it for the lead. As we've reached 41 laps to go in this race. It should constitute only one more pit stop being necessary, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no. So we only have to make one more pit stop under green. Like, if this goes green, for the duration of this race. Which, we're being at 40 laps to go. Yeah, we would only need to make one more stop. Woodbrook very slow on the apron. He's coming into pit road for an unscheduled pit stop there. I wonder if he has some damage to his car. Kenny goes wide. Bren's going to go take advantage of that, go to his inside. Although he doesn't have that run generated. Kenny a little out of shape entering into turn one, but nonetheless keeps it going. SP gets a huge run out of the corner with big help from his teammate LRS. That should get him to clear this 27 of Bren. And some contact there from the 42 and 27. Clears the way. LRS still being caught a lap down is in free pass position. Or lucky dog position. So he is definitely hoping for a caution sooner or later. I'm kind of very concerned with that pace in the 19, because he was leading laps to this race as well. Same with Deport. I mean, I know Deport's caught a lap down. I think High Road might be as well. I'm just wondering what exactly has happened to the mans. This has been a weird race of comers and goers. Lodebrook comes out of the pits in front of our leaders. He should be able to break away. He is on that a bit fresher tires than the bunch, but it wouldn't surprise me if they caught up to him. Kenny, in his excessive battling, has kind of halted the progression of the rest of the pack, and has let these top two pull away. I need to do a little background check really quickly here. I'm going to kind of peek through the field while I do that. I just want to make sure. Edge SP. Okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure of that one thing, and then I just want to make sure of another thing, and then that the things will be figured out. Okay. So first thing, SP has already won a stage this season. I wanted to make sure. And secondly, Dusty Stud, knowing him for his Xfinity Series and Truck Series success, despite all that success this season, he has not found himself in victory lane before in this season or in UTLR history, I don't believe. So this would be a major step if Dusty Stud can walk in here and what I presume to be like one of his first starts ever, and potentially get a dub. And Mullen the Hole has now come into pit road. Same with the high road. Interesting. D-Port's also in art. And okay, Flash Champs is coming in as well. Are we going to be seeing some early pit stops be made? 32 laps to go. This is interesting. So they're going to be going for a 2-stop there for those drivers in the back. Interesting. Trying to make up some ground. I can understand that. It's just a little bit of an interesting strategy. D-Port is going to come out ahead. Will be passed by Lodebrook, or actually not. They're going to be fighting. Oh, some contact between the 7 and the 20. That 20 has gotten a lot of time. He's been driven up the track a lot of times. A lot through contact. Here's Bren, who's back in... Wow, actually pretty far back. He's back in 4th, actually. Far back from the leaders, I mean. Would I say that? So now we've hit 30 laps to go for our race, for our leader. So once they hit 27 laps to go, they're going to be good to the end on fuel. They are going to want to go longer than that just so that they can be good on tires. But knowing this top 2, I don't think we will be seeing much of an issue. High Road's already coming back up. That's not for position, but he's a lap car. Trying to gain back a lot of time that he had lost. SP in 3rd. Can't really seem to track down this front pairing. They just have this track really synced up. And you see Arrow's already caught him. He's going to have to try and make quick work of these guys. Obviously doesn't want to, like, interfere in their race. Well, obviously he's going to have to interfere, but he wants to make this quick. He doesn't want to get involved in, like, this large battle. He has the fresher tires, and I'm sure the other 2 in front of him know that. So Howard's just going to try and make this quick, not interfere. He's already going to make a move, but look at Tomato. Is he going to try and take advantage of this? He got a big run off of turn number 4. The gap closed before he could have a chance, though. That's going to slow down Dusty Stud a little bit. High Road is ahead of them now, though, on the fresher tires, so that should be a green light for them to be fine. Oh, never mind. Dusty Stud drove it in deep and made contact with the 19. That's going to open the door for Tomato to come down the inside. Although Dusty is going to have to draft 1-to-1 contact into the wall because the 47 and the 19 contact with the 17 and the 47. They still stay side by side for the race lead. This is what SP needs to see. And where is Flash Champs come from? Did he just take 3rd? Yes, I think he did. No, actually, he might be a lap down. No, he's a lap down. My apologies. I was like, did he just take 3rd? No, he didn't. SP is still 3rd. The fight for the lead still rages on. Dusty and Tomato still side by side. Tomato now clears for the race lead again. As we hit 25 laps to go, they have about 8 laps left on their fuel tanks. They could probably go maybe less than that distance for some drivers for tire wear. But nonetheless, they are good to the end on fuel and probably tires. So they're good to the end. So the question now is who's going to make the first move in the pits? Obviously, if you're further back, like SP or Bren or Kenny, you got to pit early. Like, you got to undercut the leaders if you want a chance of making this close. Or you can try and go the alternative strategy, go longer on your tires, lose a lot of ground, but then try and make it back up with the better tire wear. It could happen. It could happen. If these guys decide to battle, obviously it could. But with Flash Champ's toe, SP and company are actually starting to gain some ground on these guys. And sooner or later, SP is going to make, we're going to be seeing him up at the front, maybe. Potentially in this fight for the win, trying to get his first win on the season. Dusty's just able to hold that in yellow line so perfectly there. through 3 and 4, or sorry, 1 and 2. Used to be 3 and 4, but now it's 1 and 2. Bren and SP have come in for their stop. Okay, first move has been played. They're going to go for the undercut. So what does Dusty Stud and Tomato do? How do they react? And they both react accordingly. They're both going to come into pit, but they got to make sure that they are good and don't get a penalty. Everyone else is going to follow suit. Storm's actually going to stay out another lap, or a few more laps. We'll go ahead and take the lead. So the drivers like Drake and Bren still in pits. Sniper's in, our Pluto's in. Oh, one bad and High Road are going at it again. Oh, man. We might see a boot scoot and boogie here, maybe? No? I don't know if High Road was going to be much of a fan of that maneuver. SP is out of the pits. I think LRS has sped, though. And I think that is the case. He did enter with SP. Or, no, actually, I don't think he did. Who was it that entered? It was like Bren or something. Yeah. So they're already out of the pits. Where does Tomato and Dusty Stud come out? Now they have exited out of the pits. Mole has overtaken them. Same with Mr. J. Mole might be for position. Actually, Mole might be to get back in the lead lap. Where does LRS come out? He comes out ahead of SP. Gap has probably stayed the same. J's in. Race leader currently. Trying to wait to find him. It should probably be maybe Flash Champs. No. Who is our race leader? Load Broken High Road are in. Who is our race leader? Oh, it's Storm. But Storm's coming in the pits, so yeah, Storm's already in. All right, Pluto racing for position. I'll kind of stick to just this, just to be safe, because I'm not sure where everyone else lines up. SP and LRS trying to work together. LRS still a lap down, but a few laps down, actually, but trying to make it work. Trying to help his bud. Dusty Stud should still remain the provisional race leader, unless, of course, Mole was able to get his laps back somehow, and he's on the lead lap. Oh, is that a caution? Somewhere on the racetrack, the two cars have been around at the same incident, and a caution has now been called. Wow, and LRS is already going to get the lucky dog, so that's a big gain for them. And that is, I mean, a lot of people just lucked out there as far as staying on the lead lap or getting their laps back. I think Mole might be one of them, yes. A lot of drivers are going to have a major, are going to be, like, they're going to be happy, period. End of statement. They're going to be very, very happy that they just stayed out or got their lap back. Mole's already caught him, so Mole's going to obviously be one of those people that got his lap back. Flash Champs might be another one, I think. Load Broke got his lap back. But all the heavy hitters back in play now. So what does Dusty do? What does Dusty and Tomato and company do? I think they all have to come back in for tires. It probably makes sense. They don't want to have to risk it. But Storm, the lucky thing with Storm is when the caution got called, he was still on pit road on the lead lap. So this is now going to put Storm into the race lead, followed by Hack, followed by Ardeni, and followed by Mr. J, and High Road and Load Broke. Or yeah, it'll be Dusty, no, so it'll be Storm, Hack. I'm trying to see who else is actually, like, on the lead lap that pitted. Is it? Okay, so most of those guys in the back are actually a lap down. I think it's actually just Storm and Hack who are on the lead lap up there. So all these guys are going to be kind of in the way. Not in the way, but Dusty Stud's going to take 2 tires. A little bit of an interesting call there. I probably would have taken 4 like the rest of them. nonetheless, they'll race up pit road. And Ardeni's coming into pit. So, they're going to get past the drivers that stayed out, or that were lapped down. So, obviously, Storm and Hack are going to be our race leaders coming to this restart, or at least going to be choosing up at the front. Everywhere else, Tomato. And High Road just turned down in on him. Tomato just got right. Tomato hit High Road there. And I'm sure he showed his displeasure. But that is huge for Tomato. He's got some damage now. And they're not choosing because there's some drivers on pit road. And they're still trying to sort out the running order as they stand. Huge opportunity for Storm in this situation to try and make something of nothing. He is coming off of a Revolution Cup Series victory. Not a sister series, or sister league, but like some of our drivers race in there, and some of our drivers race over there. But like, there's still some connections. But nonetheless, Storm picked up his first league win of 2024 at Talladega there. And so he's coming off a surge of confidence. And, this is a good chance for him. This is a very good chance for Storm to try and get a much-needed result. As I think as he's described it, his best finish this season was, I think, 9th? Otherwise, it's been a rough season for that one team. As coming to choose, he elects to go to the outside lane. He's the first driver tonight to choose the outside. And honestly, I like it. I want to see what he can do up there. We are going to be restarting with 12 laps to go. So Hack and Storm, they were on pit road when the caution was called, so they're on probably a lap less fresher tires than the rest of the field, which isn't much of a difference. Storm's tires are actually still in the 99s. His right front's actually still in the 100, so some of his tires are 100% still, so he's been saving his tires through these cooldown laps. So he's actually going to be on fairly equal tires with the rest of the field. But a lot of drivers behind him and a lot of drivers throughout the field really hungry to get their name on that winner's trophy. So here we go. The number one is going to be starting from P1 and will lead us back to green here from Phoenix. We're back on our way here from Phoenix. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Storm's already taken the lead. Hack has gone a really poor restart. He's hold up that inside lane. Dusty Stud's wasting no time going to the inside. There's people up at the wall. Ardeni just drove them up at the fence. I hope you guys caught that. Hack is door banging with Dusty Stud. He's going to close the door going into 3. Tomato gives him a huge shove going into the corner. Dusty Stud driving him up the track. Hack is being really aggressive, trying to defending Dusty Stud all the way to the apron. He's definitely not going to be too happy with that. Gets another send from Tomato, and here comes Deport. Where did Deport even come from? SP's all the way around the outside through wide. This is not going to end well. Tomato is forcing his way through the outside. Dusty Stud finally clears Hack, but Hack is still going to be holding up that inside line. Bren's having to back up. Plater's now onto the apron. Look at Mole working all the way on the bottom. He's made up a few spots there. Now on board, Storm has broken free. Dusty Stud into second. Irie Pluto just sent SP all the way into the wall. SP's going to use that to his advantage. Wall pop there. 3 wide off of turn number 2. Hack still remains third. Deport somehow found his way into 4th. Bren's surviving in 5th. That being your top 5. Deport really slow to check up. Hack almost kills Bren. SP's going to get the worst of that. He's going to fall all the way back. Mole has somehow miraculously come from the back of the field to the front. Trying to look underneath Bren. Deport's going to run wide. Mole pokes his nose. He's going to get to his inside. Oh, and Bren hits the inside wall. Hack is doing his absolute most to defend the rest of the field. I'm sure he's going to be a little lighter when it comes to his teammate. But Storm and Dusty Stud have pulled away from the field. And we're going to have to start to focus on this, because we're coming down to the final 8 laps of this race. And that battle for the lead is going to start to get really intense. Hack and Mole making contact. Tomato has come back from the dead. Same with SP. they're finally going to get around Hack, and now they can start to pursue the one of Storm as we now enter the final 7 laps of this race. Oh, Tomato wasn't clear yet. Deeport shoves SP all the way through the corner. That's going to put Tomato up into the wall, and now Tomato's going to fall even further back. Contact with the Hack. Now he's all the way into the middle of the pack. Hack's still up into the wall. Bren is driving through Deeport. Where did Drake come from? How did Drake get all the way up there? Plater's moved up there as the battle for the lead is intensifying. 6 laps to go. It's Deeport versus Storm. Deeport, huge run. Storm is blocking that inside lane. Really slow through the center of the corner. Now off of turn number 2. Mole is up into 3rd. He's trying to chase. Oh my goodness, Flash just absolutely killed someone back here. That was not good. Oh, and I think he's around. Yes, he is. That's 2 cars, Sniper and Flash up into the outside wall. I think that might be a caution. I don't know if we're at the cutoff though. That's 5 to go. Was there still enough time for a caution if it were called? I don't know, but Storm is defending for his life, and Dusty Stud is not having any of it. Trying to rough him up, running him up the track. Put the bumper to him. There's no caution. We're going to race through it. 4 laps to go. And Dusty Stud, they make contact. Where did Small come from? Huge lunge coming from all the way in 3rd. He makes contact with the 47. Side by side for lead. Here comes SP to 3rd. Up into 4th. Storm's trying to make it 3 wide. Here comes SP. Oh my goodness. Mole has taken the lead from 3rd. 3 laps to go here in Phoenix. SP's now back up in the frame. Where is Irate Pluto come from? Contact into 1. A major run off of the corner, and somehow Mole gets back up into the race lead. These are the first laps Mole has led since lap 8 of this race. We are now on lap 155. 2 laps to go here from Phoenix. And a big run from Dusty Stud. What can he do? To the inside. He puts the bumper to the 24. He runs him up the track. Side by side off of 2. There's contact. Dusty Stud into the inside wall. He manages to keep going. Here they come off into the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Phoenix. Mole's gonna be defensive. Here comes SP, lunging to the inside. Off of turn number 2. Big run into turn number 3 for the 47. Can Dusty get there? Into the final corner. Mole is going to come from the back of the field to the front and win here at Phoenix. How did he do it? I have no idea how Mole just did that, but that was insane. Oh my goodness. Mole first, Dusty second, SP third, Irate Pluto fourth, Storm fifth, Bren sixth, Drake seventh, Tomato 8th, Deeport 9th, and Clater 10th. How about that? Oh my goodness. That was Phoenix for you. You said it'd be a great race, and they did not disappoint. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting post-race interview coming from our top 3. Oh man, fastest lap credit goes to Dr. Clater with a 26.2. Dusty Sutter, biggest point scorer on the day, and we are going to be hearing from an exhilarant top 3, hopefully. Man, I have got to know what Mold did, how Mold just did that. That is Unbelievable. Man, I was like, how in the world did you just pull that off? I was wow. That was crazy. My goodness.
Did make some adjustments that last stop, and I think that just helped.
That was awesome. That was so cool.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
that was so much fun. My throat hurts, but that was awesome.
Whew.
Ugh. Oh my goodness. Well, hello, gentlemen. If you would all include your audio, that would be much appreciated. We are going to get started here with our third place finisher of SP. SP, you got a copy?
Yep, got a copy.
Well, dude, you were looking really strong in the earlier stages of this race. Got your second stage win of the season, and then stage two and early in half of stage three, uh, just kind of caught up in some bad luck. Got caught a lap down, but ultimately through you were able to pull a podium finish out of the fire here from Phoenix of all places. Talk me through a really up and down race for you, man.
Yeah, no, when you have a fucking lap car 17 laps down blocking you and just fucking not letting you go, there's a fucking problem right there, and I'm fucking sick of it. It has happened two nights or two races in a row now. I'm done. I'm not doing this shit again. This is fucking horrible. I mean, yeah, I'll take a third place. Tomato should have been up there, but no, he got sent by 17 fucking other drivers. It's fucking pathetic. I'm fucking done. Yeah, third place, good. Woohoo. I should have fucking been up there in the front with Dusty and Tomato there at the end, green flag racing, but the caution came out and everyone thinks they can win from 18th place. Unless your name is Mole, you can do that. That's just fucking horrible. It's horrible. I don't know what the fuck is going on this league. I mean, the last few weeks it has just been awful. The finishes have been awful. The racing, as far as that, has been okay, but we have to do something about this. This is just not fucking right. You got High Road fucking driving in there thinking he's fucking goddamn Dale Earnhardt, and it fucking doesn't stick, kills everyone. You got Crimson doing that. I can go on a fucking rampage right now, but I'm gonna take a cool approach to this after freaking getting everything on my chest. I'll take a top three. Looking forward to New Hampshire. That's all I gotta fucking say. I'm fucking done.
Well, thank you very much, SP, and congratulations for surviving at that.
Yeah, you can
That's
call it
any
that.
regulation.
Yeah, call it that. That's the best name for it right there. Good job, Mole, with the win. Just fucking stupid.
Thanks, my guy.
Well then, we'll move on to Dusty Stud here in our second place finisher. Dusty, you got a copy?
What's up?
Yeah, man, how's it going? So, just clarify for me because I wasn't sure this as the race was going on. Is this your second start in the Cup Series? Third? First?
This is a first.
Well, man, you're able to carry over some impressive speed from the lower divisions and able to translate it perfectly here at Phoenix. I mean, an amazing day. It started off a little rough in stage one, at least to me, but you were able to pick it up in stage two and stage three, and almost had this race won. Just came a little bit short of it. Talk me through an incredible debut race for you, man.
Well, I had the complete opposite of what SP had. I think I had a pretty good race. Was out of able to stay out of traffic and stay up front for the most part. The ending was real fun. I thought about making a move, but I want to be respectful. I'm just part time and didn't want to screw no race over. But it was a good finish.
Yeah, man, and especially with how you've been doing in the lower divisions, maybe trying to make a case going up to the Cup Series, maybe full time next season. How are you liking the next gen cars? You feel at home with these cars? You feel like you can
Oh
feel
yeah,
like you got the hang of it?
yeah. These are my favorite cars to drive, hands down, over any other series. Just the way you're
Yeah,
able to
and
throw it in the corner, it'll
sorry.
stick.
Yeah. Do you think you have any other rides lined up for the rest of the season? Are you going to be like taking this? Are we going to just be seeing more of you up here in Cup part
Uh,
time, or are we going to just? Is this like a sporadical appearance.
I guess it's a one-time thing, unless they ever just let me race again. I guess. Yeah. What's his name? Storm asked me if I wanted to. I didn't have nothing going on today.
So yeah, you just like coming off the couch, like fine, I'll race, and then you go out and have a master class.
But yeah, definitely wanted to get to race in the big top series. It's fun.
Well, without doubt, you did put on quite a show for us and prove that you belong up here. So congratulations to you on a remarkable debut, man. And we hope to see you up here in Cup more often.
Yep, appreciate it.
Well, now move on to our race winner here of Magic Mole. Mole, you got a copy?
I do.
I don't think Magic Mole is gonna work. That was kind of weird. I don't
I
know.
mean, I'll take
but
it, but
point being, what you just pulled off there was magic.
yeah,
You had speed. You were leading laps earlier on in the race, but you kind of lost speed like throughout the rest of the first and second stages, and then stage 3. Just walk me through it, man. Walk me through it.
yeah. The beginning of stage 3 was tough because I was already a lap down from that whole crazy fiasco that happened at the end of stage 2. So I was already set back, and then everything happened. I think there was a wreck or something. I think I was a part of the wreck. So my car's all beat to hell, but you know what? I was like, I'll take a wave around, and that wave around didn't work out for me at all. So I had to pit when others did not pit, went 2 laps down, because I had 10 seconds worth of damage from that earlier wreck that I didn't fix. So I was chilling 2 laps down, just going around, and everybody else was starting to come to pit when I didn't have to. My car was fine. All the leaders are coming in. And as soon as the last leader, which was Alex, came in, I got around him, got my lead lap back, and a caution came out. And I was lucky as all hell. So I got to 13th, went into the pits, since I had my lead lap, and I was able to make some adjustments in pit road that helped me tremendously, apparently. And then I was just patient weaving through the field. I was stuck on the high side for a while, just kind of stuck there, not really knowing what to do. And then eventually I got down low, and the seas kind of parted for me down low. And then I was like, I'm probably gonna have to sit behind Dusty and Alex. They're way up there, but they were battling, and I was able to catch up to them. So once I got to them, was able to get around them pretty smoothly. But then Dusty was on my back bumper, and we were racing hard. He raced a hell of a race tonight. If it wasn't me who won it, he deserves it way more than I do. He was fast all night. I'm pretty sure I saw him on my track map all night in first place. He had the car to beat. I think I just got lucky. And sometimes that's just what it takes. So shout out to Dusty. Raced a hell of a race. He deserves to be up here with us, racing every week with us. And I've been watching him in Xfinity, and he dusts it up over there too. So um, he does great. So great racing by him. Great racing. Great seeing SP up here in the top 3 too. I know he dealt with a lot of BS tonight, and I know he's a very vocal man tonight. Very vocal in general, but even more tonight. So I understand his frustrations, but glad to see him up here. And yeah, I will take another win. Somehow we continue to work some magic. But yeah, that's all I got.
And well, that's kind of a good word to use there because we're heading to the Magic Mile next week of New Hampshire. How are you feeling about that?
I am excited about that. It's a track that suits me a lot. I haven't really raced here next gen, so maybe it'll be a little bit different, but I like it a ton. People are gonna hate hearing me say this, but I race it a lot like Martinsville. It's just a bigger Martinsville to me. I don't know. It's just the way I diamond the corners and stuff. So, but I'm excited for it. It's also a track that's gonna be new for me to go in person this year, so I'm excited for that too. So yeah, hopefully we can bring home another win. I know I got a target on my back right now, and I just hope I can keep the magic up once the playoffs come, because it's great now, but will it be great then? So I don't want to turn into a Kevin Harvick or Denny Hamlin.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations to you on your 5th win on the season here tonight at Phoenix.
Awesome. Thank you, INF. I appreciate you, my man.
Thank you. Well, that'll about do it for us here from the TLR Cup Series. Tune in tomorrow night, same time, as our Xfinity Series crew go to the high banks of Daytona for the second time this season. Going to be a show down there. And tune in next week, same time, again, for the Cup Series as we head up north to New Hampshire, to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Going to be a fun one there. But for now, this is INF signing off. Thank you all so much for tuning to this live broadcast of the UTLR Cup Series. And until next time, take it easy. Good night.